Number 30. Which situation is represented by the graph below? Alright, so they're giving us a graph. They want us to analyze this graph and match this graph to one of these stories. One of these stories matches this graph. Before we even start confusing ourselves with the graph or with the situations, let's first just figure out what's happening with this graph ourselves and make our own story. So the two variables are time versus the volume of lemonade in a pitcher. So as time moves on, something's happening to the volume of the lemonade in the pitcher. Let's break this up into different sections of our story. So this is the very beginning of our story, and then something happens for a little bit, and then right here is a new section of our story. Something new is happening. And then over here, something new is happening again. So something happens from here to here, something happens from here to here, and then something happens from here to here. These are the three parts that make up my story. Alright, so we're talking about how much lemonade is in a pitcher. So notice that it starts out high, so there's a lot of lemonade in a pitcher, and then as time moves on, there's less lemonade in the pitcher. So what seems to happen first, we're just going to write our own story, is first we pour out some lemonade. And then at this point, the volume of lemonade stays exactly the same for a few, I don't know, minutes, hours, we don't even know. It doesn't really tell us. So for a little while, the volume of lemonade stays the same, the height of the lemonade stays the same. So second, nothing happens. We're not using the pitcher. The lemonade is just sitting there. It's not being poured out or being added in. And then the third thing that happens is over here, we start pouring out lemonade again because, as you can see, the lemonade is getting less and less and less until there's no more lemonade. The other thing we have to consider is, did we pour out lemonade faster in the first section or in the third section? And we have to look at how steep that line is. So in this line over here, the line's really steep, so it took less time to pour out that lemonade, so that means the lemonade was being poured out faster over here. So the third thing that happens is we pour out the rest of the lemonade at a faster rate. Alright, so let's check these three events with what the situations say in our answer choices. F. A man poured lemonade from a full pitcher at a constant rate. Okay, so he's pouring out lemonade, and at a constant rate just means that he's pouring the same amount out at the same time. So that matches what happens first. Then for several seconds, he stopped pouring from the pitcher. And that's what we said was going to happen. We said that from here to here, the lemonade stays the same because it's not being poured out or added in. That matches. Then the man poured out the rest of the lemonade from the pitcher at a faster rate than before. So the third section, the man pours out more lemonade more quickly. That actually matches exactly what we're looking for, so we're going to hold on to F as the right answer and then check the other ones to see how they look. G. A boar poured lemonade into an empty pitcher. Okay, so right away we know that's wrong because at the very beginning we had a lot of lemonade in this pitcher already. So we know it's not G. That doesn't match. H. A woman poured lemonade from a full pitcher at a constant rate. Okay, so that's the same exact thing that happened in F. A man poured lemonade at a constant rate. Then for several seconds, she stopped pouring from the pitcher. Okay, that's the same exact thing that happened here also. So for several seconds, she didn't do anything to the lemonade, so it stayed the same. Then the woman poured the rest of the lemonade from the pitcher at a slower rate. So the difference between F and H is F says it was a faster rate over here. H says it was a slower rate. If it was a slower rate, it would take a long time for the rest of the lemonade to go down. So H is not correct. It was a faster rate, not a slow rate. J. A girl poured lemonade into an empty pitcher. That's the same exact setup as G, so we know that's wrong. So the answer choice is F.